Hello and welcome back. In today's lesson, we're going to be talking about what we do with our data now that we've recorded it in the field. So in this example from March 2025, I recorded a snow pit at this location in longitude and latitude. And I dug all the way to the ground, and at 10 centimeter intervals, I recorded the density through two different columns. To calculate SWE from this, we are now going to find the bulk density. So I'm just going to copy this over and just bring it down here. So we need to find the average of these. So I'm going to do equals average and then go across here. So you can see the average between profile A and profile B is 80. I'm going to drag this down to the bottom here. And you can see that we've averaged all the way down. The no sample just means that I couldn't get a good sample out of that location, which is typical for the ground. At the very bottom, this is going to be the bulk density, which is the average of the whole thing, of the whole column. So I'm going to take that. There we go. So we have 298.2 kilograms per meter cubed. This is the density of the snow. So in order to calculate SWE, we're going to use that value divided by 1,000, which is 1,000 kilograms per meter cubed is the density of water. And you're going to multiply it by the height, which I know is 245 centimeters or 2.45 meters, which will give me the value in meters. So in this location, we have 0.73 meters, so 73 centimeters of SWE. That means that the equivalent amount of water that sits there would have been somewhere around 2.5 feet of water. So that is what we're going to do here. Once you have all of this done for all of your pits, so you've calculated SWE for all of your pits, go ahead and add it into another spreadsheet. So I've already done that here. So for my 10 pits, I've made up some longitude and latitude, and I've made up some SWE. The first one is obviously real, but the rest of them are not. What I'm going to do is save this as a CSV. So if you go to File, Save As, if you save it as a CSV, which is a comma separated value, its default will be Excel workbook. So save it as a CSV and save it to your working files. Okay, we can go ahead and flip over to QGIS and we can import that CSV that we just created. So we're going to go to Layer up here. I'm going to go to Add Layer and select Add Delimited Text Layer. When you click on this, open through the three buttons to browse to the CSV you created. So that's this one that I just made. You can choose whatever name you'd like here. And then importantly, we have to make sure that our longitude and latitude fields populate correctly. So your X field is how far left or right you are, that's longitude, and your Y field is how north-south you are, that is latitude. So that populated correctly, and we can see our sample down here. Go ahead and add that, and you can see that they populated, those red points populated throughout our study area, and we have them throughout here as well. Okay, so once we've got those done, importantly, we now have to export this into a shapefile. So if you go to Export, Save Features As, you can choose a GeoPackage or a shapefile. I'm going to go with GeoPackage right now. I'm going to navigate to where I want this, and I'm just going to call this Demo Data. And in your coordinate reference system, you have to change this to the UTM coordinates to match the rest of the projections on your workspace. So I'm choosing the UTM zone 13N, which is for the majority of Colorado. So you've got to make sure that you change that before you press OK. We've saved that. We now have our shapefile layers ready to go. I'm going to just bump these up a little bit in size. And you can see we now have all of the pits that we dug across our study area ready to use for further analysis, like interpolation into this whole basin. Excellent. We'll see you in the next video.